Hello, class. Today we are going to travel back in time to the year of 1804. We are going to travel along the Missouri River into the unexplored American West. All of us are members of a select group of volunteers known as the Corps of Discovery. Let me introduce you to the men who will be leading our trip. This is Captain Meriwether Lewis and Captain William Clark. Thomas Jefferson, who is currently the President of the United States, has commissioned us to go on this adventure, and Congress has supplied us with $2,500 for our expedition. That's a lot of money in 1804. Jefferson says that the reason for our expedition is for scientific research and to study the lands that the United States gained in the Louisiana Purchase, which happened in 1803. But the main goal of our expedition is to find a water route that will lead us to the Pacific Ocean so that the United States can increase its trade opportunities. Let's begin our adventure. It is May 14th, 1804. We have just boarded our boat in St. Louis, Missouri. Everyone is excited for what we will discover. On the way, we see all kinds of wildlife: bald eagles, prairie dogs, rabbits, geese. As we get further, we see wolves, buffalo, and mountain sheep. The scariest animals we encounter are bears. We quickly find out that it can take as many as 12 gunshots to kill an angry grizzly bear. The landscape is beautiful. Captain Clark loves to get off the boat and explore the land. He observes the soil, animals, plants, and rock formations. Captain Lewis, on the other hand, spends most of his time on the boat, making maps. Lewis and Clark both keep journals filled with plant samples and hand-drawn sketches to record their experiences. After 2 months of traveling, we have covered about 600 miles, but we still have a long way to go. On our way, we come across a few different Indian tribes. One tribe that we find is called the Hidatsa. We meet an Indian woman of Shoshone heritage. Her name is Sacagawea. She joins our group and becomes an interpreter for us as we encounter more Indian tribes. Eventually, the Missouri River that we are traveling down turns into the Columbia River. We reach a large body of water, which turns out to be the estuary of the Columbia. There, we trade food with local Indians, we build a fort, Fort Clatsop, and spend one miserably cold winter. We have come to the conclusion that there is no water route to the Pacific. On March 23, 1806, we begin our return trip home and arrive back in St. Louis on September 23, 1806 as heroes. Well, class, I hope you enjoyed our Lewis and Clark adventure. This expedition was one of the greatest in the history of the United States. Even though the Lewis and Clark expedition did not find a water route to the Pacific, new species of plants and animals were found, relations with native Indian tribes were built, and maps were made of the Missouri River and the Pacific Northwest. Thanks for joining me on this virtual field trip today.